Hey everyone, Barry Burns with Top Dog Trading. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the news in trading. And it is very important. Market definitely responds to news. It's a catalyst that can make prices go up, down, whatever. And back in the olden days, in the days of yore, when I first started trading, we watched the news a lot, like a hawk. And then later on, decades later, when more technology came out and so forth, we got news quicker than we used to, prepare like 2 hours in advance. Actually, we would watch the Asian market before the US market opened, and then we'd spend 2 hours preparing before the open and do a lot of pre-market preparation and all that kind of stuff. And that's originally how I was taught. I don't do any of that anymore. I don't do any of it. So in the morning, I'll spend really very, very little time preparing before the market open, maybe 30 minutes, sometimes 15. That's it. And let me give you an understanding as to why. So I got my little iPhone, the source of all things necessary to know in today's world. So here's the news as it came out over the last 24 hours. And by the way, by the time you see this video, it'll be longer than that. So let's see what we got here. And these is from different news sources. It all comes into one feed on my iPhone. So various news sources. S&P 500 tumbles on fears of virus resurgence in economic reopening. All right. Not good. Then let's see. 5 things to know before the stock market opens. So again, this is all pre-market stuff. So you could be watching this. This is what we used to watch. What to watch? Stock futures rise after tech rally. Ooh, so that's the futures before the open. And then next, this is all within the same like 12 hours or less than that actually. Dow opens up more than 100 points as consumer prices something. Then the next item is Dow up 29 points on gains for shares of Dow Inc., Cisco, etc. And then charting a grinding higher May rally. S&P 500 approaches major resistance. And then the next, Dow falls 457 points amid fears of coronavirus, second wave. And then the next one, very next news item is what bear market? Here's the case for stocks staging a strong comeback. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then airline stocks take a dive after Boeing. CEO warns of possible blah, blah, blah. Next one, Dow ends more than 450 points lower while, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. And you get the idea. So, but you could see how things changed so dramatically there in just a few hours from pre-market, looking at the futures. I didn't even get into the international news and stuff like that. So this is why I don't do it anymore, because it doesn't really help me make money. I'm not saying those things don't matter, but I'm saying it's hard to know how people are going to respond. And, sometimes good news comes out and the market goes down because it wasn't good enough. Or another option is they had already discounted that news into the market beforehand. So you probably heard the slogan, buy the rumor, sell the news. So by the time the news comes out, they're not really responding to the news. They're already getting out of the position that they had already anticipated. And they may have been right or wrong about their anticipation. So that could make the market go either way. I remember I would sometimes trade the news, like economic reports and things like that, or earnings. And I would just say, okay, here's where the market is. I would kind of get settled down into a narrow range before a news release was going to come out, and I would put in a bracket order. So whichever way it went, because I knew, again, earnings was expected to be this, but maybe analysts had a different expectation, and I'd look at all those numbers, and then I would try to take a directional position on what that number actually was. Well, that didn't work out too well because it would often go in the opposite direction, and it was very hard to choose direction. So I just put in a bracket order. Enter above, enter below that little channel, and whichever way it went, I thought I'd make money. And what I found out was a lot of times the market would go one way at first, have a little knee-jerk reaction one way, and then go screaming in the other direction. And so then I thought, okay, so now I'll trade the fake and then, or I won't trade the fake, I'll trade the break. I'll let it fake one way, not take the trade, and wait for it to go in the opposite direction because I saw this little pattern here. And then it would start to, it would go up, break the top, break the bottom, and then go out and break the top again. And then sometimes it would just create a chaotic pattern, and it really didn't go in one direction or the other for a sustained period of time. And it moved so fast that it was hard to get the order in fast enough without getting too much slippage. So I finally just gave up on all that. I said, okay, that's not my style. I know some people who make money that way, or at least I don't know anybody who does it now, but I'm sure there are people who still do that. I know people who've done it in the past. Just turned out that's not my style. I don't know if my fingers are not fast enough or my brain's not fast enough or whatever. But I've just given up on all of that. And now I just trade what happens. What happens? You know, news and all this kind of stuff, that's talk. And as we all know, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. So all I'm interested in is what is the market doing? So I just follow the price action, and I follow the volume, and I follow the momentum and the cycles. And whatever it's doing, I just go with the flow. I just go with that flow. That's it. So actions speak louder than words. So these days, frankly, and for years now, I don't even look at the news. I don't have it on. I don't want to listen to it. I do not want to see it. I do not want to hear it because it distracts me and it gives me a prejudgment, like a prejudice of what I think is going to happen. And it just gives me an opinion, even if it's on the subconscious level. And I don't want that. I want to just trade what is, and what is price action. And that's how the traders are trading. Whatever the news is, again, not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying however people are making evaluations about that, what their opinions are, what they're feeling about it, what their sentiment is, whatever that is, I'm just going to go with the flow. And that's it. Period. The end. And I've got to tell you, it saves me a lot of time doing all the pre-market preparation and all that kind of stuff. I don't even have to put in levels beforehand. I've got that all automated on my charts, so those levels just pop up. And I just sit there and go with the flow. It's almost like Tai Chi. Just go with the flow of the energy of the market. And in that way, it becomes actually very relaxing. And there's nothing to fight. There is no war. There is no battle. So, you know, people bring up war analogies and battle analogies and fighting analogies with trading. I don't like that type of analogy because I'm not fighting the market. I'm going with the market. So that's the easiest way to do it that I've found, and frankly, it's the most enjoyable way and the least stressful way. So if you want one of those techniques that I teach called the rubber band trade, that's exactly what it is. It teaches you how to go with the flow of the market, and there's certain situations where a statistical probability pops up. It's a reversion of the mean mathematical model. Very, very easy trade. It's the easiest trade that I know of. And that's why I give it away for free, because I can teach it to anybody. And yeah, it's my service to the trading community. So go to rubberbandtrade.com and pick it up and start making some money before you spend some money. I want to prove to myself and prove to you more than anything that I can help you with your trading before you spend any money. So let's get you making some money with Rubber Band Trade. Okay, my friends, thanks a lot. Barry Burns, Top Dog Trading. Until the next one, happy trades.